Hey, it's another great day at the Solomon Trading Institute. As always, I would encourage you to explore a little bit further what we do and who we are and what we stand for, our principles, things of that nature. We are in the business of education. And so we are an institute, and our job is to educate and put you in a position so whereby you can go to the market and you can have an opportunity to tap into a resource that's available to all American citizens. So I would encourage you to book a call and find out what we do. It's God's will that you prosper and that you do well, and we want to help you with that if we can. I want you to pause this just for a moment. This is real and it's relevant. It's a disclaimer that it basically says is that we can't guarantee you anything. That we can't guarantee you that you will make money. We can't guarantee anything. With that being said, we don't guarantee anything. But what we do is that we will put you in position whereby you'll be able to make decisions that can bode well for you in your financial future. And so it's all about the education. So there's a skill that we call day trading, intraday trading. We call ourselves retail day traders, and we are able to go into the market and we are able to speculate on when price is about to move up or when price is about to move down. And when the price gets into those phases where it's marking up or marking down, there's an opportunity that is presented for the day trader, the retail day trader like us, to capitalize on the movements of the market. And so that's what we do. So we teach you how that works. We teach you how the market works, and we teach you how to tap into it. One of the things that makes us really focus on this and hypersensitive to this ability is the fact that there is $437.4 billion. Now, I'm sure that number has moved since then. I think it's a couple of years when I've done this study. But there are more people in the market. Money is always moving in the market, and the futures market is one of the most liquid markets on the planet. The only one that's a little bit more liquid is the Forex market. And as we talk about, they don't have a centralized location. Basically, there's no referee. And sometimes there have been horror stories about using brokers offshore, things of that nature. I don't want to say anything demeaning about it because I'm sure there are many people who like it and they use it. But I just don't like it. I like U.S. companies, and U.S. markets because there's a little bit more structure and there's a little bit more protection and oversight, if you will. So that's what we do, that market, and there's plenty out there for you. Now, check this out. So we have a training room. We call it the Live Tech Education Room. Now, what it's primarily used for is for those people who get to that senior class. When you get to that senior class, what we have is what we call the senior project. And here's what the senior project is. It's you engaged in the market for 20 straight days, not losing your money. And during those 20 straight days, what we do is we evaluate you, and we do have measurements to evaluate you and help you with your trading. Now, when you trade, there are 5 phases to a trade, right? There's the forecasting phase where price should and should not go. There's the recognition phase. For us, we want to recognize market structure, momentum, as well as probability that the market is going to move up. We want confirmation on those 3 items. Then we get into our entry criteria, where there's a 5-step entry criteria, where we identify the target or the market's objective for a short-term period. We also identify what we call a character change, where we can recognize when the market is being manipulated, which is step 3, identify that manipulation. And then step 4 is see a sign of strength. And then step 5 is to enter, because the market has now gone into what we call a phase where it is ready to move and a markup or mark down. And so within those phases, there are opportunities to make mistakes. And when you're learning, which we encourage you to take the first 30 to 90 days to learn without risking real money. And as you're learning, there'll be times when you will prematurely enter the market or enter the market too late, things of that nature. And we have a measurement, a testing measurement that we put you through so that we can show you and help you improve. Now, on Monday, April the 24th, there was about 540 books per contract potential. And what do I mean by this? I mean that in the market, there are opportunities to enter. There's some great opportunities to enter. There's some good opportunities to enter. And there are some poor opportunities to enter, right? So we teach you how to avoid those poor entries. But 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 what we want to do is to have you understand the highest probabilities, those great entries. But then there's some entries that are not so great. So today, a couple of people in our live tech room, what they did was they took some trades that were not as high probability, but they made money on them. They were willing to take that calculated risk. So what our trade room is designed for is as you go through that senior project, to be able to ask questions. Hey, is this high probability based on your strategy? Is this low probability based on your strategy? Is this no probability based on the strategy? Those things that you have been taught. So it gives you an opportunity to bounce ideas and things off of other people as well. So 540 that day. These are the best opportunities, the great opportunities. On Tuesday, $1,000 per contract potential. On Wednesday, $350 per contract potential. And today, Thursday, April the 27th, there was $430 per contract potential. Now, here is that particular trade here. And so what we do is we teach you how to read this chart. In your freshman class, you'll learn how to read a portion of the chart. In your sophomore class, you'll learn how to read the other half of the chart. And then in your junior class, you will learn how to operate once you actually enter into a trade. And then in your senior class, you will put it all together under the watchful eye of a clinician, under the watchful eye of a facilitator, someone who is ready, willing, and able to help you understand what kind of mistakes you may be making so that we can correct those. It's a skill, and we help you with that. So on this trade, $115 right here. On this one, $315. Now, through today, which is April the 24th through Thursday, April 27th, there's been those great opportunities. So you have great opportunities, good opportunities. You have high probability, low probability, and no probability. So based on the highest probability, there's been $2,400 per contract. Now, somebody said that's not a lot of money. In a week, I make more than that. Well, you may, but there's a bigger picture to it. And what I mean by that is that you're not always going to stay at the place where you trade just one contract. What's going to happen over time, you're going to grow in two areas. The first area you're going to grow is in the area of your capital. As you continue to be consistent on a daily basis, your capital will grow. Well, what happens as your capital is growing? Simultaneously, your capital is growing, but also your confidence. And so as your confidence grows, what you're going to do is you would then start moving from one contract to two contracts. Your capital will grow and your confidence will grow, and then you start moving to 4 contracts. Your capital will grow, then your confidence will grow, and then you'll move to 6. Your capital will continue to grow, your confidence will continue to grow, and you'll move to 8. Your capital will grow and your confidence will grow, and then you'll move to 10. You see what I'm saying? Sharing with you. So what will happen is that you'll start earning more money and making more money potentially. My attorney says I don't have to say that when I talk about money potentially. What we do is we help you divide. Now, you cannot extract probability out of the market, right? You cannot eradicate risk, right, out of the market. But what you can do is define it. What you can do is determine, and you can reduce the risk, right? And we do that through our education, a world-class education. And we help you understand the technical analysis, the technical approach to analyzing a market. And then we provide a strategy, which is the same thing every day. And I mention that nauseum all the time, that the reason people struggle is because they have they have many different approaches to the market. Have you ever seen a baseball batter get into the batter's box? And if you know baseball and you know that player, by the way that player stands, you know exactly who it is. You can be in left field near the flagpole and look all the way down at a Major League Baseball game. And if that's your team, the Cubs are my team, but if that's your team, you would know exactly who that is at the plate. Why? Because they stand the same way. If you like basketball, you watch a player shoot. I have a buddy, his son plays in the NBA for the Portland Trail Blazers, and Whenever I turn on the game, I don't even have to see the number. I can look at the shot. I can look at the form, and I know exactly, oh yeah, that's trending shooting that basketball. What am I saying? I'm saying that when you go to the market, your strategy and your approach should be the same. If you're going to get consistent results, you can't be looking for this today, a Fibonacci tracement today, a trend line entry today, a head and shoulders entry the next day, you know what I'm trying to share with you. What we do is we teach you what to do, how the market actually works. I was talking with a person a couple of days ago, and they were saying that they had a friend that said that this could not be done continuously, or they didn't believe it could be done consistently. And it's not their fault, because this is not taught in school. So they don't understand that there is a right way to do this, and there is a wrong way to do this. There's a proper way to be a trader, and there's an improper way. There's a correct way to engage the market, and there's an incorrect way. If you don't know the correct way, you're bound to be doing it the incorrect way. Let us help you. We'll help you, do this. This is something that's great, that can really be a blessing to you, and your posterity. So now, I want to give you a little education here. So there are two ways that you can analyze a market, right? The first way that you analyze a market, or that you can analyze a market, is what we call a technical way, right? So your approach to it, your approach to analysis. In other words, when is price that's starting right here? We'll just say this is price, right? When is it going to leave this range and actually go up here and hit this target like this, right? So we call this what? Demand. And then we call this what? Supply. So when is the demand going to push the market up? Because when there's a greater demand, what happens to prices? The Michael Jordan shoes, because the demand is so great, he can charge an exorbitant amount of money for some rubber and leather. It's not the rubber and the leather that costs so much. It's the demand that drives the prices up, right? So there's a way you can analyze, hey, look, there's enough demand to charge a higher price. Or the supply is diminishing, and so therefore the price must come down. If you can capture and understand when demand is pushing price up and when the diminishing supply is pushing price down, well, then you'll make a lot of money. And that's what we do. So our software does that. Now, that's the technical way. Let the church say technical, all right? So that's the technical way. Now, there's another way that you can analyze markets, and that is the fundamental way. Fundamental analysis is when you take information. For example, these are announcements that take place in the market. The unemployment claims, that's an announcement, that's information, and that helps one analyze the market. That's called fundamental analysis. Advanced GDP price index, pending home sales, natural gas storage, you see, unemployment rate, right? Bank of Japan outlook report, you see monetary policy. Okay, now, because we are technical analysts, we don't care about that report. We don't care about what they're saying here. We care about unemployment, because that means unemployment claims, that means people have filed unemployment insurance for the first time, and this kind of gives us a gauge, right? So that means people don't have money. So that is something that we care about. But what I mean is that we don't care about it in terms of trading. It has no bearing on us being able to make money or not. So we ignore that. Now, but these announcements can become what I call landmines. A landmine is something that you don't intentionally step on. You're simply minding your business and you take a wrong step and boom, you blow up immediately because there was a landmine there. Well, these announcements, when they happen, like for example, this announcement happened at 9 o'clock a.m. This announcement happened at 9:30 a.m. So now what does that mean? That means that there would be a subtle impact in the market. You understand what I'm sharing with you? So therefore, if you are not aware, so like on this particular day, I set on my clock, I told Siri, I said, Siri, set a 9 o'clock appointment for me. And then I told Siri, hey, listen, set a 9:30 for me. So at 9 o'clock, my clock goes off, which allows me to know that there's an announcement and to wait for a minute. Just kind of hold up. No, I don't need to go and research and find out what the announcement was and what the effect was. And did the announcement meet the forecast? Did it come underneath the forecast or what have you? That doesn't matter to me, right, per se. So what I do is just basically make sure that I lead the troops, the persons in our live tech education room to understand, hey, listen, let's be aware, so like 8:55, I say, hey, listen, we have 5 minutes. Hey, be aware at 9 o'clock, 8:56, hey, we have 4 minutes. Now, so that's the, I guess, the extent of the fundamental analysis that we use, because we are technical analysts. In other words, we get all of our information from the charts. Now, so on days where there are a lot of announcements, your discipline has to be a little bit heightened. All right. So it takes discipline to do this. And that's the reason we have our live tech education room, to kind of help foster that discipline, right? Because you're getting real-time analysis. And so you have to be disciplined and you have to wait for what you're waiting for. Now, this would not be the last time I say this, because this is the game. So if you know what you're doing, you understand markets, you understand stages of delivery, you understand price action cycle, you understand momentum, you understand probability, you understand market structure, you understand leveraging risk to reward ratio on a particular trade, risk to reward ratio on an account. You understand all of that, right? Well, now the only way to defeat you is to kind of get you to the point where you're impatient. And that's what these announcements do sometimes. They cause people to pause, right? And so you have to wait through that. Like today, we have to wait a while, but guess what? Let's wait a while. Why? Because most of the people in that room, they make thousands of dollars a day when they do this. So why not wait a while? You understand? What do I mean by that? There are unlimited opportunities to trade. This is an excerpt out of my book called The Money Market Autopsy, where I do post-mortem examination of how I kill the market, or how the market dies, right? We kill it. All right. So, but most of the opportunities are unlimited, right? But guess what? Very, very few of those opportunities can be considered great, right? So the undisciplined trader dies because they take more trades than they should. What am I saying? I'm saying the little information that I gave you is designed to help you understand how can people be so successful when only 1%, as they say, are successful. It's because of the training. It's because of the education. It's because of the mindset, the psyche, the psychological adjustments, and the strategic approach. It's the skill. I mean, that's just what it is. We have skill. And so that's the reason we can do what we do. Now, I want to invite you and give you an opportunity to come and join us. And so what I want to do is I want to invite you to be a part of what we're doing. And, I want to give you an opportunity to join us and be a part of what we're doing. Now, what we do now is we help you. Understand how the markets work. We help you improve on a daily basis. So we help you improve your trading skills, right? You see this word skills? You can't buy a skill. When you pay the money, you're paying the money for the software. You're paying the money for the tool. Okay. You're not buying a skill. Skill can't be bought. Skill is something that you work at. And so it'll take you 30 to 90 days to get this. So it's not a get rich quick scheme, period. You see what I'm saying? So what we do, and what we do is we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you. We're going to work with you and walk you through what we do. Hope that makes sense to you. And so now we want you to understand that we do this every single day. And so you're going to get strategy, you're going to get support, and you're going to see success. We measure success by assisting each person and helping them navigate through each of the 4 phases that I'm going over now. Phase number 1, you'll learn the software, you'll learn market structure, and you'll learn market psychology. That's what will happen to you. You'll learn these things. And the beautiful thing about it is you'll learn these things without risking real money. You'll learn the software, you'll learn market structure, you'll learn market psychology. Our freshman instructor does a really, really good job with level setting the expectations and helping you understand the psychology of the market. Russell, great guy, great teacher. All of them are great, but this first phase is where he takes care of to make sure that you gain a deep understanding of the markets, right? So why? So that as you move forward and matriculate, you can make informed trading decisions. Then you go to phase 2. And phase 2 is when you'll start becoming active. We believe in teaching you in such a way where you gain knowledge, you then begin to comprehend, and then finally you apply, right? And so you'll be able to see us do it. We have videos on demand that you'll be able to see me do it. I take live trains almost every single day in our training room, so you can see it actually happening live in real time. You see what I'm saying? And that's going to help you, right? And so you'll witness every step from forecasting all the way to managing the trade. From okay, where should this market go? What should it do? Okay, then I recognize, okay, I have a trade opportunity. Here's my opportunity. Here's my time. And then boom, once I make the decision, the irrevocable decision to get into the market, well, then how do I manage this thing? You see what I'm saying? Then we're going to take you to phase 3. Oh, you're at third base now. You're at third base. First base, phase 1. Second base, phase 2. Now you're at third base. You can smell home plate. You can smell financial freedom. You can smell independence. You can smell 7 vacations a year. You can smell the lake house, the dream house, all at the same time. You can smell it. And what you begin to do now is practice, right? This is where you start doing your senior project, your 20 days, things of that nature, and you'll execute this thing for 20 straight days consecutively. And then finally, you'll come on in. Come on home. That means you'll be like everybody else. You'll be like Dennis from the state of Washington, Milton from Virginia, David from Washington, D.C. You'll be like Tariq from New Jersey. You'll be like Sation from Alabama. You see what I'm sharing with you? This thing, you'd be like Fabrice in Iowa. I mean, it's so much fun. What we do is simple, stress-free, and fun. You see, and so we'll help you with that. And then it's time for you to go live. It's time for you to make some money now, potentially. See, potentially. And you can experience what it feels like to be successful. We really can't wait to help you and move you through what we're doing. I want to encourage you to go to our website. It's moneymarketedge.com. Go to our website and watch our free training. Let me talk to you. You hear me talking to you and telling you about what we do and how we do it. And we would love for you to be a part of what we're doing. We'd love for you to be one of these growing number of consistent, profitable, and independent retail day traders. And we want you to develop, right, utilizing our software and taking advantage of our education and our support system, right? So, man, we would love to be able to do that for you and with you. You can pass down a legacy, right, to your children's children. We take care of you. We're going to make sure you know what you need to do. Then guess what? You can start creating generational goals. Wealthy people talk about goals and talk about ideas. Broke people talk about money, right? So you can start talking about money. You can start talking about ideas and things that you've been wanting to do, things that the Lord has put on your heart to do, right? And that's our mission. Our mission is to develop consistent, confident, profitable, independent retail day traders. Our goal is to help 1 million people make $1 million, right? So I tell you, it's a wonderful thing. Go check my book out. It's called The Money Market Autopsy. Just wrote another book that I'll be revealing and talking about here in the near future. It's a spiritual book called The Blessing Connection: How to Get Everything You Want Right Now in this life, also in the life to come. You don't have to wait. You can get it now. But what you have to do is you have to educate yourself, and that's what we want you to do. Hey, listen, if you want more information, check me out, www.moneymarketedge.com. And then I want you to text the word profits, if you don't mind, to 94253. And when you do that, our links will come up and it'll give you a plethora of information that you can go and digest and regurgitate later. And then book a call, ask a question. One thing about it is that many people make the mistake of looking at this and either being intimidated by this, or talking to someone who's in the same boat as them and let them tell them that you can't do this. That's crazy, to me. But my mother always taught me to be an independent thinker and make my own decision. Let me see for myself. And that's what I would encourage you to do. On the staff, on behalf of our staff and our faculty and our friends and our supporters and those who are involved, I'm Cornelius Wilson III, and it is the will of God that you prosper. Have a great day. God bless you.